Welcome to Map Your Mind. Travel through the world with your brain. Today, we journey to a land kissed by the Atlantic, brushed by the Sahara, and crowned by the Atlas Mountains. A place where ancient Medinas whisper secrets and minarets catch the morning sun. This is Morocco, a kingdom older than kings. A crossroads of cultures, conquerors, and caravans. A nation where history still walks in flowing robes and the call to prayer echoes like poetry. Before there was Morocco, there were Berbers. Long before it was called Morocco, this land was home to the Amazigh, better known as the Berbers. They were mountain warriors, desert nomads, and coastal traders. They tamed the land, worshipped nature, and built their own rhythms of life. They stood firm as waves of empires tried to take hold. First came the Phoenicians, setting up trading posts along the Mediterranean. Then came the mighty Carthaginians, followed by the Romans, who called it Mauritania Tingitana. Roman ruins still rise from Moroccan soil, like in Volubilis, where columns stand like ghosts of a forgotten empire. You can almost hear the sandals on stone, the murmur of Latin prayers, and the clang of shields in ancient forums. But even Rome couldn't hold the land forever. The Berbers remained independent, proud, unyielding. They kept their identity through the tides of foreign tongues and foreign gods. Islam arrives, and a new identity is born. In the 7th century, Islam arrived with Arab armies sweeping across North Africa. But instead of being erased, Berber culture blended with Arab faith, creating something unique. A fusion of desert poetry, tribal pride, and sacred devotion. Dynasties began to rise. Morocco became a land ruled by sultans, forged by families, and blessed by scholars. The Idrisid dynasty was the first truly Moroccan kingdom, founded in 788 by Idris I, a descendant of the Prophet Muhammad. They made Fez their capital, and soon, Fez became a beacon of learning and spirituality. Did you know the oldest existing university in the world, MYM, was founded in Fez by a woman, Fatima al-Fihri, in 859? That's right. Before Oxford, before the Sorbonne, there was Morocco, a kingdom where intellect and faith held equal ground. The golden age of empires. Morocco didn't just sit in the shadows of bigger empires, it built its own. The Almoravids and Almohads to powerful Berber dynasties expanded Moroccan influence across Spain and West Africa. They weren't just conquerors, they were architects, theologians, philosophers. Marrakesh was born in this era, a city of red clay walls, palaces, spiritual light, and bustling markets. A place where poetry was painted in mosaics and knowledge flowed from every fountain. In Andalusia, Moroccan culture flourished. Art, science, and architecture soared. This was the era of scholars and warriors, of gardens and calligraphy, of unity and diversity. Later came the Marinids, the Saadists, the Alawites, the current royal family, all weaving Morocco's long thread of kingship. And each brought something new: mosques with towering minarets, libraries filled with wisdom, and cities that became living museums. Between empires and resistance, by the 1800s, European powers began carving up Africa. France and Spain eyed Morocco's strategic coastline and cultural riches. By 1912, Morocco was split into protectorates: France in the center and south, Spain in the north and west. But Morocco didn't bow quietly. The Berbers rebelled in the Rif War of the 1920s. Under the fierce leadership of Abd el-Krim, they declared an independent republic and held off to imperial armies for years. It was one of the earliest anti-colonial wars of the 20th century, and it echoed across the continent. The road to independence. After decades of resistance, Morocco reclaimed its freedom in 1956. The French and Spanish flags came down. King Mohammed V became a symbol of unity, and his grandson, King Mohammed VI, rules today. He leads a nation that walks the line between ancient and modern with remarkable grace. Since independence, Morocco has danced between tradition and modernity. It's a land of ancient souks and cutting-edge cities, of Tajine and TikTok, of Sufi chants and startup hubs, of desert dunes and international film sets. In Casablanca, business pulses like a city reborn. In Chefchaouen, blue-washed walls calm the soul. In Essaouira, seagulls fly above battlements as Nawa rhythms echo through alleyways. And in the Sahara, nomadic tribes still read the stars like ancient maps. Fun fact, Morocco was one of the first countries in the world to recognize the United States' independence in 1777. The Moroccan-American Treaty of Friendship is still the longest unbroken treaty in U.S. history. Even in revolution, Morocco knew the power of diplomacy. So, when you hear Morocco, don't just picture camels and carpets. Think of a country that has stood at the edge of continents and time. A land where the past is never past, and the future wears a djellaba with confidence. This is Morocco. Stick around, there's a whole world to uncover, right here on Map Your Mind. Where to next?